Going on, everybody? Dustin here, Black and Gold Pressure Washing. I'm probably gonna end up stopping saying that and start just saying Dustin. What's going on, everybody? But we're episode of Dustin does the dish or Dustin versus the dishes. We got another sink full, so I figure I could go live and do the dishes again with y'all. I enjoy it. Helps me do them. Helps it make it so I'm not so dreadful about them. But I appreciate anybody who's going to pop in here and say what's up, chip chat in the chat while I do these dishes. Got a new sponge, just busted out of the pack, so she's brand new, ready to go. Water warm up real quick, let some people file in here, and then we'll get going. I need to take a poll on some things. I need to be like, which order do we want to do these dishes in? I'll let y'all choose and stuff like that, because I usually like to start with like the plates, and then I'll move on to like other things. But I like to get the plates out of the way. I feel like they're easy. It's a good like icebreaker to get into the dish, and it's not. It takes up a lot of space in the sink, so you can get a lot of room once you do the dish or once you do the plates. I usually do plates and then bowls. And then what we'll do. And then what we'll do. We'll do plates into bowls. And then silverware. And then pots and pans. Seems like the foolproof method. Let me just try and get some of these plates. Stack them all real high. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Let me know what y'all did for the weekend. If anybody did anything crazy, any good plans. Anybody go anywhere? Lauren and I traveled down to the see her family. All right, we're starting on the plates now, y'all. We got all the plates right here. But yeah, basically, Lauren and I family. Her niece was having her first dance recital, so we went and saw her dance recital and got to hang out with her family for a little bit. Lauren got her hair done. She's having to get her hair. She's having to go blonde. Her hair's dark. She's having to go blonde for the show that she's in, Legally Blonde. So instead of having to wear a wig, she got her hair dyed blonde. Because she's having to jump rope in the show, and jumping rope with a wig just didn't seem like a good idea. So it'd be better to just dye her hair. So we went down there. Her mom did her hair. And then we saw her niece's dance recital. And we ate some Chili's. And we came back home. But it's about a 2-hour drive down to see her family. So we were in the car for about 4 hours on Saturday. And then Sunday we napped for a long time. We slept for like 8 hours and then took a nap for like 4 hours around like 2 or 3 o'clock. Woke up, it was like 6:30, something like that. So we slept like all day on Sunday. And then yesterday I edited some YouTube videos and got a lot of my footage moved around on my PC because these long form pressure washing videos take up so much storage space. So I have to like organize my footage because I don't like to throw out any of my old raw footage yet in case I want to play around with it and edit it some more, make another video or a compilation or something. Who knows what I'll need it for. So been holding on to all my raw footage, but I'm at like 11 worth of storage that I've taken up. So I'm gonna probably buy another hard drive. That way I can keep storing all my footage. But that's what we did. We got a video uploading today. On YouTube, it takes a while to upload some videos. I don't know if it's YouTube or my internet, but either my upload speed is really low or YouTube has a cap on how fast a video can upload. But like a 3-hour video takes like a full day to upload onto YouTube. So I got that uploading yesterday. It's not going to be done until it's still got like 2.5 hours left till it's done uploading. So when you see my long form videos that come out, just know like it took me about 2 days to get that thing up there. The long form, like 4K, if I were to film with the 4K footage in anything other than like 30 frames a second, you end up like having way too much storage space that it's taking up on the camera and the PC. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Cody? Appreciate you saying hope you're well. Wrong. I appreciate you saying that, homie. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Started out pretty well. Just took Roscoe outside. He went to the bathroom, played fetch for a little bit. Now I came back in and I saw the pile of dish that I got to get done. So figure I'd fire up the live and say what's up to everybody. See what's going on while I tackle these dishes. My homebody chores. What's going on, Evil? Appreciate y'all popping in here. Yanking out these dishes again. You know how that goes. If I was better about doing them every day, I wouldn't have as many to do. But I usually only do them every like 3 days. I'm not gonna lie. Usually after I've cooked dinner twice, I have to do the dish. So I should be doing them every night, but nobody wants to do the dishes every night. And we don't have a dishwasher like machine. I appreciate you subscribing. I don't have a dishwasher machine. I gotta wash in my hand, everything. So I started going live doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then if I'm live doing it, y'all can watch me. It makes it less dreadful for me or whatever, because I can sit here and read the chat and chit chat with y'all and say what's up. Y'all can ask me pressure washing questions or life questions, or just let me know what's going on with your day, and I can hang out, build a little community, and get these dishes done without feeling like it's the end of the world, man. I freaking hate doing these things. You're legit sitting. You ordered a 6.5 GPM pressure kit, currently running at 3.5 belt drive. Let's go, brother. That should be awesome then. What size buffer tank are you going with that machine? Are you putting it on a trailer or like a skid? What's going on? Fill me in on the deets, brother. I've been itching to build another trailer or something, but like my system works good, but I just, you know what I'm saying? I want to build another. And I should do like, I can't afford it right now, but at some point I want to do like a trailer build and then a giveaway or something, to where we could give away like a little like 4 gallon a minute setup or something. I think that would be pretty cool. I have to like partner with some supply stores or something like that, because I cannot come out of pocket for that. Not yet, at least. You have a 55 gallon buffer tank. You have a small 5x8 trailer with a 12 volt. Nice. Yeah, so you'll have 2 little pressure washers on there. That'll be nice. Then you can, if you ever need help with something, you can have somebody just hop on your systems with you. My thing right now is anytime I need help and the person doesn't have their own setup, like if I'm having a buddy just help me, I have to go rent a pressure washer usually, because I don't have another one on the trailer. I was thinking about investing in like a 4 gallon a minute machine or something. That way I could always have a buddy help on like my bigger jobs and stuff, and not need to go rent a machine, but haven't done that yet. There. Okay, boys, we are finishing up with the plates. We are moving on to the bowls now. This is the last plate. Last plate is washed. Okay, we're going to move on to these bowls now. Yours at 4 GPM, but it puts out like 3.7. Yeah, I feel like they always are a little like fudgy about the numbers. Like if it's an 8, it's really like 7 or something, stuff like that. I was like, there's a new Whisper Wash like surface cleaner bar that has 4 tips, and it says minimum 8 gallons a minute. And like the supply store guy was like really adamant about the fact that like minimum 8 gallons a minute, like saying low for the bar. So I didn't even end up going with it because I have 8 gallon a minute machine, but if the minimum requirement for the bar is 8, then you know that really what they mean is you should have like a 10 or a 12 or something like that. So I didn't end up going with it. Just got the standard surface cleaner bar that replaces the one that I had. I have a video of me installing that too on the channel somewhere. Actually, I don't know if I've uploaded that video. It might still be in the editing bay. But yeah, I have a video. I went live changing that bar. So if you caught me on the live, then yeah. But I also filmed it with the GoPro. That portion of the video hasn't come out yet. I started going live a lot more. So some of my stuff that I'm like filming, I did it on the live and not on the long form. And some stuff is only on the long form and not on the lives. So trying to just be diversified with my content and like what comes out and what I'm doing. You don't mind the 4 GPM, but the rinsing sucks. Yeah. Yeah, see, I honestly skipped the 4 gallon a minute machine. When I was starting out, I had a 2, and then I went from a 2 to an 8. Well, I had 2.5, but you know, I went from a 2.5 gallon a minute machine to an 8. So I skipped a lot of the in between that most guys start with. I started with the small should start with, and then I skipped the system that everybody starts with, and now I'm on the thing that everybody ends up with. I haven't ever. Point being, I didn't ever try really rinsing with a 4 gallon before, but I do love my 8. Driveway down, pretty much any standard driveway from startup to breakdown, like in an hour. Most of my videos are like right at an hour long or something like that, and I film the full process of my videos. So literally from when I get there till when I pack up, like except for this video that just came out because I'm trying something new where I just start with the surface cleaning and I don't show you guys me like setting up, hooking up to the water, taking before photos, like pulling out the surface cleaner, running the hoses, all that. I cut all that out in this most recent happens. But yeah, from when I pull up to the job, usually I start the camera, and then when I turn the camera off, usually we're right around an hour. And so the work speed is just really nice with those. The bigger machine you go with, the more gallons a minute, you know what I'm saying? The more you can increase that work speed. What's going on, Edwin? You like my videos? They're very informative. Hey, I appreciate you watching them. Yeah, we were just talking about the 8 gallon a minute versus a 4 gallon a minute machine and stuff like that. I have a lot of like full process videos to where you can literally when I finish, so you can get a really good grasp on how long something will take you, and also like how fast this machine will let you work. I was saying that we can knock out like most driveways in right at an hour on my videos, and that includes like running all the hoses and everything. So you did 11K square feet of concrete with your 4 gallon last week. Was a little too big. Yeah, that's a lot of concrete for a 4 gallon a minute machine. I think the most concrete I've cleaned is like 25,000 square feet. And it still takes me like almost all of 2 days. So what did it take you, like 2 days probably? Is your overheat? Is that what you're talking about with the heat? The 100-degree heat with the 4 GPM is sketchy. Hey, but at least you got a big job and you were able to knock it out with it. Sometimes you got to just work with what you got, you know? The first time I did my big job that I've been doing every year now, I did by myself. The second time I did it, I was like, screw this. I'm hiring my buddy to help me, and I rented a 4 gallon a minute machine. And then this most recent time, money was tight again, so I was like, I'll just do it by myself. And so I spent the last month on a couple of these medical by myself. Where I'd normally hire help, but money was tight right now, so I just had to do it myself. But yeah, it took me 2 days on 2 of the plazas and then 1 day on 1 of the plazas. But we're able to get them knocked out, you know what I'm saying? And they're good for another year, so that's all we can ask for. You just have to wash small areas because it dries too fast. Alan, homie. Yeah, when the dirt dries after you've cleaned the concrete again, it makes it like way harder to rinse down. Yeah, it's probably like a bunch of back and forth with that 4 gallon to where you can't work, like you said, working in small sections. But you figured it out, and that's how I tackle all my big jobs anyway. Is like you just gotta break it up into little sections. If you look at it as like digestible pieces that can all be done and you can do everything that's being asked, then you just got to break it up into little pieces that you can handle. So the fact that you're able to get it done, that's all that matters. And now you're building a setup because and you won't have as many hiccups, or it won't take you as long next time because you know what you're doing. You have better equipment, and you're more yeah, you're just more experienced. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I go back to do these bigger jobs now, I like I have a better way of doing it, or I work a little bit faster or whatnot. Like I'm interested to see the footage because I recorded everything on these big jobs that I just did. I'm interested to see like just how long it actually took me because I think it's about 14 hours on the trip. Oh, it's a lot of work. Yeah, I feel that if your trailer's too small for like a buffer tank for the 8, because you need I would say minimum 200 gallon a minute, 200 gallon tank for an 8 gallon a minute machine. That's what I went with. And if I'm on like, if I hold the trigger for, probably takes like an hour if I'm on the trigger straight. Even then, maybe not, but it will run out of water eventually because most like hose spigots are like 4 GPM coming from the properties, and the machine is sucking 8. So eventually it'll whittle even if the tank is all the way full. So having that buffer that's the right size to allow you to stay on the trigger with the 8 is the key. Because if you go with a 50-gallon tank or a 100-gallon tank, you're still going to be waiting on water all the time because you're on that trigger for 30 minutes and you've drained through that entire buffer tank. What's going on, Evil? Most houses around there, yeah, have good output, but your trailer's maxed out. Yeah, I feel you on that, brother. Yeah, I went with the 6x10 trailer, and mine's reaching a point where it's getting maxed out. I kind of wanted to add like a water fed pull system and stuff, but right now I'm looking at the layout and logistics of making that happen on this current trailer. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be possible. I'm trying to upgrade from a 55-gallon bleach tank to and I've got to try and find space on my trailer for that. So That's my current predicament. They keep having to bring an extra tank on some of these bigger jobs. And I think 100 gallons is what the legal limit that the DOT allows you to carry SH. So I don't think you can even carry anything more than 100 gallons legally. Unless maybe if you got a permit or something, I don't know. You run a 40-gallon bleach tank at the moment? Yeah, that's plenty for most residential jobs. Only time I really run out of bleach is on a commercial job. And that's when I'm cleaning or like post-treating a ton of concrete. But even like nowadays, I've got it down to where like, well, I post-treat with like a 6% mix, but like I can do an entire one of these big plazas with just under not just under, quite a bit under 100 gallons of bleach. Usually I think I end up using like 60 gallons of bleach. But yeah, my tank is only 50, so I had the first time I did it, I didn't have enough. You know what I'm saying? My supply store over here isn't open on the weekends either. So whatever you budget for or plan for over the weekend, like job wise, you have to make sure you have enough SH on Friday because you cannot get SH over the weekend here. Over 110 gallons and you got to get an endorsement. You keep 225. Yeah, see, we have a supply store here that's like 15 minutes from the house. That's usually where I go. But like I said, they're not open on the weekends. So that's a big thing I have to plan around sometimes with the commercial jobs because most of mine are on the weekend. I need to do something like that where I have like an auxiliary, an extra tank I could pull from at the house in case I need extra. Idea. I think if I took my vertical tank off and I replaced it with a 100 gallon, maybe I could use that vertical tank as just like a standalone tank for like 50 gallons at the house. And then I wouldn't have to drive to that supply store as often either. But then on a Saturday, if I needed more bleach for Sunday, if I'm working a big job, I would have an extra 50 gallons sitting at the house and I wouldn't have to worry about trying to figure out how to get some. That ain't a bad idea. Your supplier's not open on the weekends. You wash a lot of bleach. Yeah, smart idea, brother. Sounds like you got to figure it out. Yeah, I kind of low-key hate being at the mercy of like a supply store. I'm not going to lie to you. Because sometimes I'll forget that it's like a major holiday. And they'll, like, the weekend will be a major holiday. And so the supply store being like a, bleach or whatever. But they'll be closed. And I'm like, no. Because you're sitting there, it's Friday, you're thinking whatever. Any establishment is open. But if it's a holiday on the Monday before or the Monday after, better expect them to be closed on Friday. It's what I've learned, but it's not what I like. You know what I'm saying? So definitely need a way around that. Appreciate y'all popping in here and saying what's up, though. Have I ever come across a customer who didn't want me to use chemicals? No, I don't believe so. No, not that I can think of. Usually, honestly, what I found is when my customers smell the bleach, they know their place is being like clean. It's not just like water, you know what I'm saying? Or like pressure. Like everybody knows that smell of bleach. Not that they necessarily like it, but I think people's brain associates the smell of bleach with like cleanliness. So I think that like a lot of the customers I've had like they know it's strong and they're like, "Ooh," but they are like glad that I'm using some sort of chemical to clean their place and not like just water. But you have to be careful with what you apply bleach to. So not every surface do you apply bleach to, or should you watch out, when you're spraying bleach? So just got to be aware of what surfaces you can apply the chemicals to and stuff. We're on to the silverware, boys. I forgot to tell y'all. We finished the cups. Now we're on the silverware. You don't have too much silverware. You just launched in January. It's one of the best journeys you've ever been on. Heck yeah, brother. Sounds like you're doing good then. Yeah, I've been on this journey a long time, and I was in the same position when I just started out. I was like trying to figure out what systems to use and what trailer to build and how to build the trailer and what upgrades I was going to make and what my path was going to be and all that. And then like once you start getting jobs trickling in, it like answers all of those questions that like you didn't have the answers to because you just hadn't gotten started yet. So like the fact that you've gotten started, you've gotten your foot in the door, you've got clientele, you've knocked out some jobs, you know where you're slow at and where you could increase your workflow speed. And once you've identified those things, then you can really make some big improvements with the business and like really saving time and saving money, And once you understand the concepts and how to work all the equipment and how to get a property clean and how to properly protect it and all that, like you're on the right path and it's only up from there, Because now at that point you've learned a skill, whether or not it's a trade or something that like is, certified or gives you some sort of certificate is one thing, but the fact that you can provide a service that a lot of people don't like to do or don't want to do or need help doing, you know what I'm saying? Like you're set for the future, brother. And the computer's not going to come take this job from you. So I think it's really good, like, to have some sort of blue collar business in this modern world where a lot of the time, a lot of people are trying to make money online. Like me being live right now, like I'm making money online, but I can't rely on making the money from this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to support a family and stuff, you need a secure job. I think a lot of people try and do the online social media or like it's going to come overnight, like get rich quick stuff. And like in reality, you just need to learn a skill or a trade and start something around that. So the fact that you're doing that, brother, that's awesome. You had a lawn care business for 10 years, kept getting asked to do pressure washing. Yep. That's kind of where I'm at, brother. I've been doing pressure washing for 6 years now. And as many times as I've been asked if I do lawns, I'm like at the point where I'm like, why haven't I done lawns? You know what I'm saying? Like, or bought the equipment, upgraded the equipment, and been able to offer lawn care services because they kind of go hand in hand. Like, the person doing the lawn gets asked to do the pressure washing, or the person doing pressure washing gets asked if they could do lawns. So I think it is a good, they kind of overlap. So I'm at the point where you sold your lawn care business and I'm like interested in it. I've also been asked to do a lot of window cleaning and I don't offer that either. So that's another one of those like services where I'm like shooting myself in the foot because I don't have the proper equipment to offer that. You sold the lawn care because you needed more flexibility. See, that's the only thing with the lawn care that I've seen is like you're basically on like you got routes and schedules that are so like not regimented, but like the grass is going to grow and you got to cut it again in 2 weeks. Whereas like pressure washing, you knock out that property and you're not going to have to come back for another year. But you'll have to have a lot more clientele to fill up that year. Whereas you could fill up your lawn care schedule, on I don't know how many clients you would need, but you know what I'm saying? Like pressure washing, you need a year's worth of clients because they're only going to use you once a year. Whereas lawn care, you only need like a certain amount of weeks worth of clients because they're going to need you to come back again, and you can only fill your schedule so full. There probably is greater potential with pressure washing, but I think it's harder to get clientele with pressure washing. Enough clientele to make it like a daily business. Okay, we just finished up the silverware. We're moving on to the cutting boards, and then we have the pots and pans. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. Appreciate y'all popping in here and chilling on the live. Don't be afraid to say what's up if you're chilling in the chat. You're just hanging out. I'm talking pressure washing with Cody, but if anybody has any questions or just wants to chat about anything, just drop it in the comments. Just hanging out. Try and answer y'all's pressure washing questions while I'm live as well, though, so I don't mind doing that. I'm just trying to not pigeonhole myself into only pressure washing content, because I enjoy making content as a whole, and I enjoy being in front of the camera and talking and stuff, but I don't want to like pigeonhole myself into just making pressure washing videos. I don't mind making videos around my business and stuff, but it's not the only thing I want to make videos around, you know what I'm saying? So that's why you'll see me doing the dishes on a live or whatever it may be, trying to just broaden the horizons. See what Cody said. Your wife is sole income and I'm the flexible income. Yep. Yeah, the my girl and I both have like very flexible income, so it makes it really hard to budget for things, you know, because our both of our incomes are inconsistent. So it'll be like we're making a ton of money right now, and then we're making no money, and then we're making good money, and then we're making no money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like up and down, up and down. Makes it hard to like budget for things. It makes it hard to like have a family and stuff like that. Like we wanna start a family and stuff, but right now like our incomes have been so inconsistent recently that we've been dealing with a lot of car trouble too. But it's just like one thing after another that we're trying to get a hold of. So my girl's actually leaving her job to help with the pressure washing in the social media business. So I'm hoping with her helping, we'll be able to grow a lot quicker. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Is both of our incomes are too flexible, and we don't have enough consistency. Like I make consistently over the year, but my monthly fluctuates so much based on my clients' needs. So I need to get away from like having to rely on when my clients need work done. I need more. I really just need more clientele. That's really what I need. But it's not easy to obtain commercial clients as it is residential clients. But I've kind of tailored my entire business around commercial pressure washing. So I'm like, either I got to work backwards and obtain residential clients, or I've got to obtain more commercial clients. So those are both goals on this year's list, this year and next year's list, really. And my girl's leaving her job to come do that. So that's kind of where we're at right now with our business. Dang, yeah, that's actually a really good idea with the Airbnbs. I didn't even think about that. That way you're keeping them nice and clean too. Yeah, honestly, that's something that's a really good idea, brother. I might start trying to reach out to some Airbnb companies and just sell it as like keep your property maintained so that your um, vacationers are happy. Because right now I work for one property management company that manages a bunch of vacation club rentals over here by Disney World, and yeah, they stay on a more consistent basis when it comes to keeping their properties clean. So I don't know why I didn't think about the Airbnbs as well, because they're basically Airbnbs, but they're like these like 10-bedroom like mansions over by Disney that a lot of like Brazilian families or South American families will come and they'll rent out the entire property for like multiple families, and they'll all come to Florida and vacation and stuff. So it's weird because technically I get paid via a company that resides in Brazil for doing work here in America, But for a property that's owned by Brazilians, managed by Brazilians that live in Brazil. So it's kind of crazy because a lot of the back and forth and everything is done via the internet, you know? I've never really met anybody in person. The house you watched yesterday was 8,700 square feet. Sheesh. Yeah, I think the biggest house I've watched is like maybe 6,000. But I've watched some really big, like medical buildings that are like, you know what I'm saying? Probably 50,000 square feet or something. But it's a building, you know, it's just four sides. It's not rocket science. I haven't ever really done a really long driveway. That's something that I see a lot of guys like up north or like some of these bigger like private properties. Like because I manage or because I work with so many management companies, like most properties are just like standard size, you know. I'm not dealing with like the one-off McMansions or anything because most of those are like individual homeowners, whereas I'm dealing with like rental properties, you know. And I haven't really got to do a mega driveway. I've always wanted to do like a really long driveway. So I've done like maybe one that I can think of now. That was pretty long. But I see some of these guys do like mile-long driveways and stuff like that. I've never had that happen. I've never had a client need that. That 11K square foot of concrete was a driveway with the worst drainage you've seen yet. Yeah, drainage is another issue with pressure washing that it gets overlooked a lot. Is like where you start, you need to make sure that usually I start with a low-lying area, honestly. If I know that water's going to build up in that area, I'll start cleaning right there. That way I know that portion's clean when I come by and there's a ton of water buildup. I don't have to be like, "Ooh, I hope I clean the concrete under there," or "Ooh, I don't know how clean the concrete is." You're trying to move the water to see if you've cleaned underneath. So I'll clean and start with like the low-lying area if I know it's going to build up in that area. Just because like the buildup is like, you know what I'm saying? The drainage is going to be an issue. So there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do is kind of be proactive with like where you start and stop so that you can make sure you've cleaned all the areas. Okay, got one more pan. One more pan and we're done. Moving on to the final pan, y'all. Add a little bit more soap. Yeah, I have a couple videos on my channel of some drainage issue things. Drainage issues and water flow to the buffer tank are like the number two of the most annoying things. Waiting on water always sucks. And water building up certain areas. What else sucks? Getting your hose snagged on something, or you gotta go like free it up because it's stuck around a plan or whatever it is. But I like pressure washing in general. The only thing I don't really care about is the bleach part of it. If I could do it without bleach or needing to spray bleach all the time, that would be awesome. I just don't really care for spraying bleach all the time. It's one of the main reasons why I don't want to pressure wash forever. Just like, I know it can't be good on your lungs, you know what I'm saying? Even if you wear a respirator, like, still. Still. Okay. Okay, baking sheet and we're done. You had a small pond at one point. Yeah, at some point, sometimes you just gotta like leave the area, let it subside, and then come back and keep cleaning. Because I've had it where it builds up so much that like you just like you can't even work. You know what I'm saying? So then you gotta like leave it, let it soak into the grass and into the ground, and then just come back and keep going. Okay. Baking sheet is clean. Okay, okay. All right. What else do we have? Oh, we got one more little lid. I forgot my girl had a coffee cup right here. And we are done with the dishes. Dustin conquered the dishes again. Getting faster and faster. 41 minutes is what we're at right now. But we had a sink full. And now we don't. So that's nice. I thought about going live on our other channel. We have a YouTube channel for our dog. Um, I thought about going live doing the dishes on there or here. I didn't know which channel I should try and go live doing it on, but I figure I could just go live on here and chit chat with some of y'all. I don't know if people that watch the dog content really care about this. At least this is cleaning still. I'm pressure washing the dishes, you know what I'm saying? I thought about like taking out the dishes to the outside and like actually using my pressure washer to do them. It was like a funny like viral video or something. I'm like, this is how a pressure washer man does a dish. Yeah, we're in Orlando, Florida. The home of the mouse. Mickey. Mickey Mouse. But yeah, I think that's why I'm able to deal with a lot of property management companies and like other people that live in maybe smaller towns or cities. Like the property management route just isn't like a viable way to conduct business. I think if you're in a big major city like Atlanta or Miami or Fort Lauderdale or any of the big major cities, like there's a ton of rental properties here. So I think that that allows us to do the property management style of conducting pressure washing business a lot easier because there's enough management companies around and enough rental properties that exist in the area to where it needs to be done. There is a ton of rental properties here in Orlando, especially because it's a vacation hub. Like, I mean, there's probably 20 to 30 rental properties just in my neighborhood. The HOA hates it. I can tell you that much. Our HOA does. But I'll say HOAs in general provide me a lot of work. So I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. Just wiping the sink down. That way it's nice and clean for the next time. You're on the coast of North Carolina? Heck yeah. Yeah, my girl and I have been wanting to go to Asheville. I want to take her to the Biltmore. I went as a kid, but I want to take her as an adult. I want to show her the Biltmore estate, but I haven't got to do that yet because we were gonna do it, but then you know what happened with all the flooding and all that. We got hit with the hurricane too. Milton, we made a couple YouTube videos. That's honestly how I got monetized last year. Was I did a lot of Milton content around the hurricane and stuff like that with this channel that a lot of people watch. I'll probably do a lot of hurricane content again this year as well. Maybe I'll go chase a storm or something with y'all. You have 4 or 5 beaches within 30 minutes. So many beach rentals you're trying to get. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you could, rental properties are where it's at. Anywhere where there's a rental property or there's an HOA, um, you'll get the job more consistently. You know what I'm saying? Because the HOA will tell them it's dirty every year, or if it's a rental company and like a vacation property and they're trying to keep it clean because they have new guests staying all the time. You know what I'm saying? Then you'll have a better experience when it comes to being able to repeat business. I think sometimes when you do individual homeowner clients, they're not adamant or being forced to need to get it done again. So unless you're proactive about reaching back out on a yearly basis, sometimes people will let it go like 2 or 3 years before they get something clean. And I think like as a business owner, it's hard to like operate without the consistency of your clientele. So if you can find consistent clientele, then you can build a strong business. But if your clientele is very inconsistent with when and what they want done, then it you just need more clientele at that point. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, to be honest. Like my clientele that I've recently had, um, business has been slow this past month. The month before that, I was really busy, and then I've been really slow this month. So I'm hoping it picks up next month. Luckily, fingers crossed, I haven't had a vehicle this month, so maybe it was a blessing in disguise to not like stress me out about needing to rent a bunch of U-Hauls and stuff to get jobs done. But money's been tight recently. Heck yeah, brother. Let me fill up this water over here, but I'm still live. I'll stay live for a minute and chit chat with y'all. Maybe I can start my breakfast real quick. So that's probably what I'll do. I'll start my breakfast. I was gonna just do a little protein shake. I think my girl got some berries for us. If not, I'll do a banana and an apple, and then I think I'll do some French toast sticks. Some French toasties. Some toasted Frenchies. Okay, so I'm gonna heat this oven up so we can do some French toast, and then I'll cut up this fruit. Whew. That was a lot. I'm glad it's done though. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do an apple and a banana. We'll eat an apple and a banana. We'll do French toast sticks and a Chobani shake. Y'all ever use one of these like apple cutters to where you can like press down on the apple easily? See where I can put this camera. Let me see if I can put it. Let me see if I can bring y'all over here. Put y'all right here. Let's set you up a little more. There we go. Now you can see the apple. Okay. Okay. Okay, apple. What else? Let's do a banana. We have an orange, but I don't need all that fruit right now. Let's do an apple. Let's do a banana. And then we'll do baking sheet for the French toast sticks. Then I need full. And I need to see how long these toast sticks go. Bum 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 bum. I'm waiting on my van to be out of the shop. That I sent it for a tune-up on Thursday. I called the mechanic on Friday, wasn't done. Called the mechanic on Monday, wasn't done. Just called him like an hour before I went live, still not done, man. So I'm actually getting really frustrated with this mechanic. He's not very like communicative, and I need somebody that's going to communicate because this is my work van, and so I'm getting frustrated with the fact that it's been in the shop for just a tune-up for 4 days, including the weekend. When if I needed my van, like that wouldn't fly. You know what I'm saying? Right now, luckily, I didn't have any jobs where I needed it, but it's getting frustrating to have it out of commission for so long when it was supposed to just be dropped off and picked up. So I wouldn't have dropped it off there. That's what I'm saying. I would have found a different mechanic that could have done the tune up that day and I could have had my vehicle back. So I'm getting frustrated with that. That's what we're dealing with right now. So Lauren and I have been sharing a vehicle for the past month straight, and I haven't been able to drive anywhere. I've been stuck at the house. That's why y'all see me doing all these lives at the house. Just been stuck here. I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. Okay. Bada bing. Bada boom. The banana. I thought I cut this. I guess I didn't cut all the way down to the bottom. My neighbor's out back. Roscoe can hear him. Hey, Scoochie. Roscoe's got a skin infection, so he's been having to wear the cone. He hates it. He hates wearing the cone. He's been having to take medicine and keep his cone on him. I feel you on that one, brother. Yeah, we are getting rid of my girl's car because one, it's been just really crappy, but we have to sell it first. But it's been really crappy, and two, it can't pull the trailer. So if we could have a vehicle that could pull the trailer, which I don't know how much you've been watching my content, but we had a black truck, like a 2002 Toyota Tundra that was my dad's, and that was the game plan, was to get that fixed for the business and slash me being able to just drive, and then let her have the Explorer, and I was going to use the black truck, and I have a white E250 van, and now basically the engine blew in the white truck or the black Toyota Tundra that was my dad's. So I can't afford to get that fixed right now because it was like $6,000 to get a new engine put in it. So I'm just not going to spend that kind of money right now, unfortunately. So we had to pivot our game plan, and so now the van is going to be my work vehicle, and the Explorer is going to be hers because I've already towed the trailer with the Explorer for the business. Like, that's how I've been doing it. And so the van will just be a better way for me to pull the trailer, but we'll still have the Explorer as a backup. And then get rid of her Hyundai, and the black truck I'm going to keep because it was my dad's. It's the only thing I got from his estate when he passed away. But I just can't afford to fix it right now. Like I said, money's been really tight recently. So unfortunately, I wanted to get a new engine dropped in it, but can't do it right now. What's going on, Seahawks? Put my hand on the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit. What does that mean? Oh, 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 not nice, brother. Not nice. Okay. Oh, I could be doing some Celsius too. Let's do a little bit of Celsius too. Okay, so we're gonna heat up the pan. Gonna put some sausages on the pan. Y'all ever have these little, I don't know what they're called, brown and serves? That's what I call them. These things. This is what we're having, these little sausages. You got a truck, Cody? What kind of truck? Oh, you bought a Durango with the wife. She works from home, so she doesn't need the vehicle anyway. Yeah, that was kind of one of the main reasons that my girl's going to come work for the business is like she was doing so much commuting with the job that she's currently working at the theater. She works at like a theater that's 45 minutes away teaching, and it's just it's too much of a commute on our vehicles to begin with, and I can use a lot of help at the house with the business and social media because really all we need to do is obtain more clientele. So if she can help me with like not needing to do so much, like I got to do a lot of video editing and posting and all that stuff, client outreach, all those things. Like I could use help at the house and we could grow business here and make just as much, if not more income than she's currently making at her job. So we're gonna try it. So she's actually just fulfilling her commitments right now with the job. She was under contract for the summer, and then once that contract's up in 2 weeks, actually, we're going to be hitting it hard on the business. So you'll start seeing her a lot more in these videos, and you'll start seeing just more content in general, probably, and also more variety stuff. And we're going to be traveling a lot more and just a lot more hanging out now that she'll be around the house a lot more, because there's a she's just busy right now. Usually she's out of the house by 7 a.m. and she doesn't get home till 11 p.m. And that's every day right now. So just barely get to see her. It'll be nice to have her at the house. Nice to be back at the crib. Okay, this is what we're working with right now. We've got our bananas. We got our apples cut up. We got sausages on the way. And then we're going to have French toast sticks as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get started on some of this fruit so that I can eat it. A lot more fruit than I thought. You got a Nissan Frontier? Heck yeah. Yeah, I was towing my trailer with the Ford Explorer. I think the towing capacity is probably even less than that. I think the towing capacity on the Explorer is like 5. I have an E250 now though, van. So I'm gonna try pulling the trailer with that. I haven't tried it yet. That's why I was getting a tune-up on the van so that I could start, like the van will be fresh and I can start towing with that. But I haven't tried towing it yet. And I need to get a backup camera for it because it's one of those vans that doesn't have any windows in the back. So it's gonna be hard to hook up and stuff. What? Hey. I'm telling you, Roscoe can hear our neighbor outside. So he's trying to go out there. Yeah, exactly. That's honestly because we were debating. I'm in such a similar position to you. We're debating basically upgrading our vehicles to get a new vehicle, but I really like I'm able to get by with what I can tow with right now. So we don't want a car payment. So we're just gonna kind of play musical chairs with our vehicles that we have right now because we have 4 vehicles. 2 of them weren't working. One of them was crapping out, so we're kind of shuffling around and getting things working. That way, we're able to go ahead and I'll just ride the van for a while until it craps out, and then I'll pull the trigger on getting something else. But if I could avoid a car payment for at least another year or so, until I can build up the channel more and build up the business a little more, then I'll pull the trigger on a bigger truck. Been looking at the Chevy 2500s. Yeah, sometimes I'll go live and we'll look at vehicles. You should check out my live sometime. We were looking at trucks a couple weeks ago, back when I was trying to figure out what we were gonna do. We were looking at F250s, 2500s, the 3500s, all those towing capacities and how much stuff weighs, all that stuff. Okay, sticks are ready to be put in. Oh, I was cooking some fish last night in the pan. That's why I didn't look up. What does it say? One second. Place in an oven on 400 for 6 to 7 minutes. Okay, timer. Let's do 6 minutes. Okay, the toast sticks are in and the sausages are put away and the sausages on the pan. They just need to be rotated. Okay. Yeah, I've been I want a bigger truck, but the fact that I got that E250 van, like that's the equivalent of an F250. So I'm gonna see what it can do tow wise, and if it'll work, I'm gonna use that for a while, as long as I can, basically. Go lay down. You don't need anything right now. I feel you on that one. Yeah, I was thinking if I got a bigger truck, it'd be even tighter squeeze in some of these neighborhoods, because a lot of these gated neighborhood, not necessarily the gated ones. Some of the gated ones, it's tight squeeze to get through the guest entry area, but mostly like finding parking in front of the person's house when there's a lot of people parking in the street. That's what's annoying. So I feel you on the truck skid build. I've thought about it as well. The only thing I would hate to do is like if your truck goes down, your business goes down. Whereas if your trailer, you know, goes like if you have a trailer and your vehicle isn't working, you can hook another vehicle up to your trailer and keep going. If your vehicle craps out and you have a truck bed skid, you're basically out of operation. And usually the fix to get a trailer back up and running, is like maybe an axle, maybe a tire, something like that. So you can be back up and running fairly quickly. Sometimes, depending on what's wrong with the vehicle, you might not be able to be back in operation for X, Y, and Z till your mechanic is done. You know what I'm saying? Keep them both. I was having the problem in our neighborhood that the HOA doesn't allow commercial vehicles or trailers. So I have to park my trailer in the garage. I just got approval from the HOA though that I can have a commercial vehicle. So I've been thinking about getting the van wrapped, basically. I didn't want to pull the trigger on getting a van wrapped if I wasn't able to have it in the neighborhood and I would get HOA fines. But I confirmed it with the president that we can have a wrapped vehicle now. So I've been thinking about getting the van wrapped so it's not just white. Whew. All right, breakfast is almost done, boys. Dishes are done. Breakfast is almost made. We got sausages on the pan. Got toast, French toast sticks in the oven. Got. Look at this. I'm about to eat the sticker right here. We got apple. Where's the other half of the sticker? Oh, probably ate it, right? Well, probably ate that sticker. Y'all probably watched me eat it. Oh, no, I didn't. I lied. It's right here. Live on camera. Man eats apple sticker. Almost done. Almost done. Appreciate y'all chilling in the live, though. I see there's 5 of y'all in here. Just a chill stream. Nothing too crazy. What's going on, Matt? Check out my spread. I'm trying to force myself to eat more fruit. I got fruit. I got sausages on the pan. I got French toast sticks in the oven. That's my breakfast of champions right now. You just missed me doing the dishes, brother. You could have watched me do the dishes. Yeah, I was starving too. That's why I had to make some food. Otherwise, I was just gonna have one of these Chobani, the like Chobani drinks. These things. Usually, this is like my go-to breakfast right now, but I get hungry like an hour after having one of these. So it's a good like temporary meal replacement, or I'll chug one if I'm running late for a job or something. But it doesn't keep me full. I need to be better about actually making a breakfast. Now that's content. You know what I'm saying? Doing the dishes. That's how that's the only way I've been able to build up my female audience, to be honest. I've had a couple ladies drop in here and subscribe because I'm doing the dishes. They don't really care about my pressure washing content, but they like to watch a man do the dish. I'll give this about another minute and 30 seconds. Ladies love when a guy does the dishes. That's what I've learned here. What? Roscoe's just standing here staring at me. I think he thinks he might get some of this food, but he doesn't know that that's just not the case. Okay. Sausages are done, boys. Okay, we got 4 sausages. 4 little links. Okay. We got one more thing we're waiting on. French toast sticks, and then we'll have the meal of champions here. We're almost done with this banana. It was a giant banana. Bada ding, ding, da, do. Cody said your buddy has a garage with 18-foot doors. Does he have an RV or something? What is he parking there with a garage door that large? 18-foot wide or 18-foot high? Okay. Look at these. Success. 4 French toasters. The meal of champions. Okay, hold on. I got to serve it onto my plate, y'all. Give me a second here. Oh, nice. I thought they were going to be sticking to the bottom. But they're not. Do y'all put syrup on your French toast sticks? I feel like these already have syrup on them. But I feel like syrup's a must. Okay. There we go. Look at that meal at Champions, y'all. Okay, what I think we'll do is we'll go sit out back and let Roscoe get some more outside time, and I can set y'all up so we can chill out there. I think I can do it without having to bring the ring light. Let me bring the ring light. I'll bring the ring light. I'll probably go back out and get it, though. All right, y'all. You're going to come out back. We're going to go out back here. 18 foot tall. He drives a semi that has spare room for me. Hey, let's go. Yeah, that's a good opportunity then, brother. Because the reason why I'm like iffy to, not that I need to expand right now, but if I were to expand, I would have to rent a like storage space for my vehicle or for the trailer because we're not allowed to have it in the neighborhood. So if you're able to save money by not having to rent storage space for your equipment, that's awesome. Or even if you just threw him some money to where, you know, he's hooking you up and you're hooking him up, that's sweet. Because I was looking into like storing a trailer and it's like, not even gonna lie, man, it's like six to $800 a month. Some of these places that were close by the house, so I am not trying to spend that to store my trailer. That's why I'm a one trailer business right now. If I parked it, that's why like I can't expand into the lawn stuff either because I need another trailer for that, and I can't have 2 trailers right now, unfortunately. Roscoe's out here with the cone. You'll see. Just hanging out. $1,200 to rent a shop. Yeah, I honestly wish I could have a shop. I think it would make me feel a lot more like businessy, you know, like I'm in a business because I run everything out of my garage right now. Like I run a business, but you know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like I got a shop and a workspace and a workplace and all that. It's kind of why I want a. It'd be cool to have a shop or something. Yeah, that's a really good deal, brother. You can't beat that. I don't know where I could. I guess I could put this camera over here because y'all don't need to see. Let me see if that'll work. Okay. Y'all can see me, right? Y'all can hear me. Oh, but I can't see the chat. It's too far away. I just need both hands right now. I need to figure out how to change the title on the live while I'm live. Because I'll be doing the dishes when I first start. But then, like right now, I just made breakfast. And then now I'm outside chilling, eating breakfast. So I'm not really doing the dishes anymore. It'd be nice to update the live to say, like, making breakfast, eating breakfast, stuff like that. But not that big of a deal. Just a pet peeve. There's a lot of problems that I've helped relay to the YouTube team about issues with content creation and using their platform. Because YouTube wants you to like use their platform for a lot of things, but there's just a lot of things that their platform just doesn't do well that other platforms do a lot better. I need to clean those ears out, Bubba. Yeah, I need to clean those ears. It's a good boy. That's my good doggy. Oh, that's my good doggy. Yeah. Oh, that's my good doggy. Yeah. Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy. Ooh. The sun just came out, boys. You got a ball? Go find me a ball. Ooh. It's hot, ain't it, son? Appreciate everybody that's popped in here, though. Catching some sun now. Now that we finished our chores. Basically, today all I'm doing is waiting on a call from the mechanic so I can go pick up the vehicle. But other than that, I need to finish making a thumbnail for next week's video. And I've been playing this Dune game recently that just came out, Dune Awakening. I don't know if you guys have seen it drop. It just came out like last week or the week before, but I've been crushing that recently. Been pretty fun. What you got? You heard the slippers give me extra GPM. I tell you what, I got those extra, I think they're called extra tough rubber boots. Those things are awesome because I'll wear them like all day, literally. You saw that? You better go get that. I'll wear them all day on some of my big commercial jobs, or even like 16 hours over a weekend and like no blisters or anything. These slippers right here though, my old lady got them. She got me matching pair. She already had some and then got me a matching pair. What you got? Let me see it. Let me see that thing. Roscoe knows this word. Runner ready? See, he's gone. He knows he better get into position because I'm about to throw the ball. You better go get that. He's staring at me like I'm stupid. Why would I throw that ball? All right, boys, it's getting hard to finish this. I gotta eat it though. What's everybody up to today? Anybody got anything going on? If they're not done with my van by today, I'm gonna call up there. Actually, maybe I'll go up there tomorrow and I'm just gonna sit in the lobby till it's done. How about that? These mics are pretty good though. I've been using them on the lives recently. I want to try and film a pressure washing video with one of them. Still haven't done that yet. Just to see how the audio quality comes out. But for the streams, it's pretty good. Hey, where's the ball? Where's my ball? FedEx lady, 25 minutes away. Let's go. That'll be fun to build, bro. You'll have to shoot me like an email or something with a finished photo, or tag me in something when you finish your build. I'd be interested to see it. I want to get I need to get a Discord going for the pressure washing channel, so that like you could post in the pressure washing channel on Discord your new setup and stuff. I've had a couple people that have built trailers from this community. I need to highlight their builds, but I need a place to do that. So I think a Discord would be a good place for that. Trying to see what Roscoe's doing. Appreciate you chilling today, Cody, though. Good back and forth, good discussion, good info, all stuff that people need to hear, want to hear, or need to know about pressure washing and getting going and all that. Especially when it comes to like trailer builds and maxing out your trailer and what equipment and what buffer tank size and what else did we talk about? We talked about the HOA communities and how to park in them and certain clientele, how to get repeat business. Talked about a bunch of stuff. Roscoe, no sir. Come over here. This man is a fiend for some cat poop. My neighbors have like 4 cats. He cannot stop with their poop. He's a fiend. Oh, I just ripped this. Oh, man. All in, you're only 1,700 in. That's really good, brother. Hopefully that system will be perfect for you. You'll have to let me know how it runs. Can't believe I just ripped this chair right here. What size surface cleaner you got to run with it? Hopefully you'll be able to work a lot faster too. That's the biggest thing with increasing the GPMs is that workflow. I am dying out here, boys. I'm gonna call it here in a minute. Roscoe's pooping again. Second poop. He pooped earlier today. That man's on one. That man is on one. Okay. I think I'm gonna save the rest of these apple slices for a little bit. I don't think I can finish that full apple and banana. But I'll say this was a good breakfast. And I feel satiated. And Roscoe's tired now, so that's where we're at. Currently the 16-inch might go to the 19. Yeah, that'd be a good upgrade. I have the Whisper Wash right now. I think it's 19 inches. Okay. I'm getting hot out here, boys, so I think I'm gonna call it on the live. But I appreciate everybody stopping by. I'll give you a piece with this. I appreciate everybody stopping by. If you need any pressure washing products, check out my link on my description of my channel. Cigar City Soft Wash. Use the code GOLD10 at checkout. You'll get 10% off any pressure washing products. Also, check out my Amazon storefront link. That is also in the description of my channel. Anything pressure washing related, streaming related, camera related, computer related, all that stuff is on there. Anything that you see me using, I've tried to link on those storefront pages. But yeah, if you don't see it there, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate anybody that made it this far. Appreciate you chilling in here today, Cody. Anybody else that popped by, Matt, I saw a couple other, Evil Genius was in here. A couple other people were in here. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Me and Roscoe are about to go inside because it's about 100 degrees outside. You got to see me do the dishes. You got to see me make breakfast. We chit chat about some pressure washing stuff. And I'll have to catch y'all on the next one, everybody. So take it easy, everybody. Peace. Have a good one. Appreciate you, Edwin. Have a good day, everybody.